Hey everyone, it's Shirt of ChromaGlitch, and today we're taking a look at TerraScape by Bitfall Studios. TerraScape is a building puzzle game where players settle on floating land. Players take on the role of a medieval-style town planner and gradually create their own settlements with buildings from various sets. In TerraScape, players have a lot of options when it comes to gameplay. There are multiple single-player and multiplayer game modes that can take the game from cozy puzzle game to more intense competitive experience. In the single-player mode, players have 3 different gameplay options. Kingdom mode is a sandbox mode where players can play without additional restrictions while attempting to get a new high score. Scenarios add specific restrictions that players must attempt to navigate to reach each scenario's goal to unlock more scenarios. Puzzle Terras is the last mode available in the single-player section, and players will have to solve placement puzzles to advance to the next level. The Puzzle Terras mode in TerraScape is a great way for players to learn how each building works and where they should be placed for maximum returns. This mode is also a great way to unlock the hidden merged building requirements, which can be used in other modes. This mode explains how related buildings may not always impact each other equally, and which building is put down first may not generate the same amount of points. The Kingdom mode lets players pick a map where they can begin building a kingdom starting with a keep. Players will then select a starting deck of buildings and must attempt to strategically place them to gain enough points to unlock more decks. Once they run out of points, however, and can no longer gather new building cards, the game ends and the final score is given. The Scenarios mode in TerraScape is great for players looking for a challenge in their gameplay. Each scenario has specific requirements that players must reach to unlock the next level. These requirements can be as simple as placing a well to unlocking multiple merged buildings. This mode was challenging because it's very easy to get further into a level and suddenly have nowhere to place a needed building. Players can also play TerraScape with their friends with the game's multiplayer options. When creating lobbies, players can choose between a cooperative gameplay style that lets them work together to build a kingdom. The other option is a versus mode where players will attempt to stop each other's construction plans. We were able to test the multiplayer options on the PC and Steam Deck, and the cooperative modes were a fun experience. The cooperative mode works best if players have a way to communicate with each other verbally. Having the ability to look at each other's screens also helped. A cool tiny detail that was neat to see was the keep will have all the players' banners on it. The host banner will be placed on the tallest tower. This was a fun detail to see. Each of the modes in TerraScape is easy to jump into. Gameplay sessions can last for a few minutes to an hour, depending on the map size and difficulty, as well as if things are in single player or multiplayer. Gameplay in TerraScape on the Steam Deck was great for the most part. The only issue is the touchscreen is sensitive, which increases the chances of accidentally placing a building in the wrong space. This is fine in single player modes since players can undo an action, however in multiplayer modes that option is not available. Since there are no timers or time of day changes that players would have to worry about in TerraScape, they can leave the game running while completing other tasks. Overall, TerraScape is a fun puzzle builder that offers a variety of ways to enjoy it. The single-player modes are unique enough that players can easily rotate between them to change things up. Multiplayer modes are also great ways to either work together with or compete against friends. If you enjoy games such as Settlers of Catan and Civilization, then you should give TerraScape a try. You can purchase TerraScape on Steam or GOG now for $14.99. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like and comment, and if you want to see more indie game recommendations, be sure to follow.